Hello everyone, this is Flammy and welcome back. We are here with subscriber base review number 18. We are back with Town Hall 6 as you can see. I'll get to this base in just a second, but if you guys want to be in a subscriber base review, go check out my Facebook page. I post updates on that when I'm accepting applications. Also on my Twitter page, both those are linked in the description. I will do a full rundown of how you can apply at the end of this video, so stick around to that. Alright, so we got our first base right here, Town Hall 6 as I said. All these bases will be Town Hall 6. If you are, say, a Town Hall 7, well obviously this will be somewhat relevant because some of the strategy stuff stays the same, such as, say, we don't want the gold mine in here, but other stuff might not be as relevant to you, so you can go check out my other subscriber base review videos focused on other Town Hall levels, such as Town Hall 7s, 8s, 9s, and 8s, which are my most common, as well as a couple other ones. Beyond that, alright, let's get here to this Town Hall 6 base. So we have Itachi. I think I'm going with Itachi. Interesting name. I'm sure I'm sort of messing it up, but alright, first off, gold mine should not be in the center. We don't want to have gold mines in the center because while they are somewhat valuable, so you have your two highest level ones here, and your lower 8 ones here, and 1 9 out here. They aren't the best. I'm guessing that these are holding place for the mortars and the wizard, so that's not terrible. But I would say while the wizard's outside, probably upgrade the other wizard to the center. Because while it's here, it could still probably cover the elixir storage. If not, you can swap the places on them. So yeah, that is good that you move the defenses outside while they're upgrading, because there's no point in them being out there. But something that's definitely should be in the center permanently is your clan castle. Now, you don't have it's not full. I did notice your clan only has 11 guys in it, so perhaps that is relevant. Da Hornets, interesting name. Perhaps you can move this and upgrade its position, though, because that was going to be one of your most important defenses. Getting more people in your clan, or just making sure your clanmates are active and keeping your clan castle full is very important. Now, here's a tip for you guys with smaller clans out there. If you only can get a few donations, because some guys are only on at a time, you don't have other guys, just keep requesting again and again. There's a 20-minute cooldown, but after you request after 20 minutes, the same person who donated these 5 barbarians can donate another 5 if you request for a second time. So just keep spamming it and encourage them to do the same, and you can keep donating back to them, so that way it's all fair. Alright, beyond that, I do like the wizard tower positioning for this one guy. Like I said, though, I would move it to here, and perhaps even move the storage over if that was not within range. Beyond that, upgrades are not bad. Level 7 for this guy. Working on the other ones. I guess you're midway through your Town Hall 6 here. Mortars, level 3. I can't remember what the maxed out is. I've got the wiki up here, so I'm going to load that up and see. Defensive building max available level. And go to mortar, and for Town Hall 6 it is 4. So you could upgrade this again. I guess I could tell that probably by checking this as well. So both of these are going to be level 3 soon. Yep, upgrade them to 4. Wizards I know are level 3 as well. So you're going to want to upgrade them to level 3 soon as well. Is this one? No, that's a new one. That's going up to level 2. So yeah, it is good to just do whatever you can, but upgrading them to the max eventually is also good. But yeah, go from the cheapest up to the most expensive, typically, unless you can do the calculations and say, oh, I'm being often attacked by, say, level 3 goblins, and in that case, I want to have level 2 wizards rather than level 3 wizards to one-hit them or something. I don't know that off the top of my head, this is an example, but you can check those stats if you really care. Now, a couple other details. Air defense in the center. You've only got one being Town Hall 6. I'm alright with this. I would say it generally doesn't need to be in the center. So, yeah, there's that. However, there's some other bigger details. So, that's one thing. It's sort of small, though. Bigger is these walls on the outside. This double wall will just... wall breakers, they do splash now to go through double walls. They'll go right on through that. So, that double wall really does not help at all. Perhaps you should take these walls and use them somewhere else. And where's a good place to do that? Well, I'd say you should put them in the center. Your town hall here in the center is really not helping at all. You're down at 922 trophies. Just kick this out of your walls and you would improve your defenses a lot. It would give you a shield much more often. It'd give you room for your clan castle to be in the center. And you could put walls in here, splitting up the central compartment, perhaps 2 by 2. Just together, that would make your base a lot stronger overall. So, to review, clan castle in the center, gold mines not in the center, town hall not in the center, double wall, take these extra walls out, and just keep upgrading defenses like you're doing. So good job on that. And the last thing I did notice was you do have a very sort of trippy flag thing going here. I was trying to decide, are these flags waving at the same time? Some of them seem to be waving faster, but maybe it's just like optical illusion. Super trippy, man. Super trippy. Alright, on to the next base, guys. Alright guys, here we are with our second Town Hall 6 base. A bit higher in the trophy count, and you know what? You know what made me pick this guy's base? So I was looking at the comment section where people have submitted their bases, and in the comments under like what you'd want me to say about your base or review specifically, it's not required that you enter anything, but it says, it would mean a lot to me if you would review my brother's base. He loves your videos and it's watched them all numerous times. You're submitting your brother's base? Oh, that's awesome. You're the awesomest brother ever, Jacob. So thank you for submitting Zsoccer's base. So here we are with review. Okay, another single time, I think with the one level 7 cannon. Cannons outside the walls, interesting decision. High upgraded mines, interesting decision. I'll come talk about all these. Okay. Town Hall inside the walls, I'm okay with. It's sort of hard to tell for me right now, but you might be going for 1250 trophies. You're high enough that it's possible. Versus the last base where they were down at like 922, I think it was. Up here at 1100, it's possible that you're going for 1200 trophies. If you're not, however, I would definitely move it outside the walls. Beyond that, let's talk about these other things. Mortars, level 3, upgrade them to 4. Wizard level 1, wizard level 2, yeah, upgrade those to 3. It's expensive, I know, but do it. Interesting stuff here. So you're upgrading this gold mine to level 10, and this one up over here is already 10. So for optimal efficiency, if the goal is to get as many resources as possible per hour, what you should not do is not upgrade your highest level ones. So don't upgrade these to 10, don't upgrade this one to 8, upgrade this one to 5, upgrade this one to 7 first. Go from your lowest level ones to your highest level ones. This is true for both elixir as well as gold. Why is this? So if you upgrade this level 4 or level 5, yeah, level 4 gold mine to level 5, it will add a couple hundred per hour. I think it's 200 per hour. If you upgrade this one, this level 9 to level 10, that upgrades, it adds 300 per hour. Now, if you compare these, 300 is obviously more than 200, but a level 9 takes forever to upgrade by comparison to a level 5. So in terms of the amount of resources it costs, in terms of how long it takes for you to start getting that resources, and in terms of how long your builders can be tied up, it's much more efficient to upgrade your lower level ones first. This is true for all Town Hall levels. This is not like a Town Hall 6 thing. This is universal across the board. Beyond that, let's see. Interesting decision to have a hole in your wall right here. I would hope there's a spring trap in there, because that could be a really cool spot to have one. Trapping giants and throwing them up in the air, which is awesome. You've got an interesting layout. It's symmetrical, or relatively symmetrical. Like these two are opposite corners. Oh, don't do that. These two are opposite corners, these two are opposite corners, these two are opposite corners. It's interesting. Generally, you're going to want to keep your base as tight as possible. So let me explain this by using the mortars as the main reason. So if you look at your mortars by comparison, look at their overlap on one another. You can see that they protect one another, so that's good. But look at what they protect beyond that. This mortar that I've selected over here on the right, it doesn't really protect the 3 defenses on the left. 1, 2, and 3. Look at that. See how the circle cuts right through the cannon, cuts right through the archer tower, and doesn't even touch this outside cannon at all? Same thing for this one over here. It sort of protects the air defense, sort of protects the archer tower, and doesn't protect that archer tower at all. Yeah, so your goal is to have these defenses cover one another as much as possible. So these mortars are sort of covering one another. These wizards are sort of covering the mortars and sort of covering the defenses, but not like this one up here, you see. Same thing on this side because it's symmetrical. Your goal is going to be to keep these as compact as possible. For example, move these outer 2 defenses to one right here and say one right here. That just is within range of the mortar much more effectively. Of course, that means you're going to need to move the walls along with it. So yes, once again, you're going to want to upgrade your clan castle position. Make this full, keep it full, keep it full. There's no downside to having clan castle guys, and having them on defense is the most useful thing. I personally think that using them on defense is a lot better than using them on offense, generally. So I try to keep them only on defense. If it means the difference of like collecting 50,000 resources versus missing out on the 50,000 resources, sure, I'll go ahead and use them on offense, but generally on defense. Beyond that, beyond upgrades, I do like your storage positioning. Your elixir and your gold storage is well positioned. The wizards are protecting both of them, so that's good. Protecting from goblins. Your mortars are somewhat protecting the definitely protecting the gold storage, not really protecting the elixir much. Although it doesn't look like you have a ton in here, so 12,000 in here is nothing, and 25,000 here is nothing. So good job spending your resources. That's definitely a sort of an overlooked factor. Spending your resources is definitely valuable. Beyond that, yeah, just compact your base, compact your base. And going back to what I said at the beginning, keep your town outside the walls if you're not going for 1250 trophies. If you are, that's fine, but good luck with that, either way. Alright guys, that's going to be it for Zcsoccer's base, and thank you, Jacob, for submitting your brother's base. On to the next one, guys. Alright, here we are with Mr. Ryan. So Mr. Ryan is a Town Hall 6, just like all the others. That is good to see. One lower elixir level collector. I would guess this is perhaps a new one that you just unlocked at Town Hall 6, so you haven't gone around to upgrading yet, perhaps? But same sort of story. You got these level 10 gold mines. Yeah, upgrade these lower level ones first. Let's talk about the defenses, though. So you do say in the notes that you're working on maxing out Town Hall 6, and let's see, level 4 and level 4. So good job. You are the first one to have maxed out mortars yet. I think these are 2. Yeah, those are 2. It's sort of hard to tell, but if you look at the base of them, by the amount of purple, you can sort of tell which one it is. Level 1 is no purple, level 2 is a teeny bit, level 3 is a bit more. Beyond that, let's see, level 7s. Nice on these guys. What I can tell you're doing is you're upgrading your cannons and archer towers first, probably because they're cheaper. Well, that's alright. I would generally say if you can get enough gold to do your wizard towers and mortars first, do that. I can't really say when you upgraded your mortars versus your cannons because they're all maxed out now, but generally your wizards are definitely behind. So I would say do your wizards and mortars first. So it's harder to get because, like, once again, it's more expensive, but yeah, important. I do like how you're using traps. I definitely hope there's spring traps here, here, and yeah, that's it. Those are great spring trap locations, and I'm sure those are good at getting giants, except with 2 exceptions. Right here is not as good, and right here is not as good, because giants won't necessarily be breaking in through here all the time. These will more be maybe goblins or barbarians, and if wall breakers come through here, then giants will. And basically what I'm trying to say is, spring traps work best between 2 defenses, so right here, between 2 defenses is perfect. Less ideal between these other ones right here. You do have a lot of gold mines inside the walls. Perhaps this is a conscious decision, but if you didn't, you would have more walls to work with. It's your choice. It's not terrible. You definitely have a more flexible base because you have your town hall outside. It means you can keep your storages more centralized. And I can even see that it's very easy to swap your Town Hall 6 into the center here. You have a free 4x4 that this gold mine is blocking, or gold storage is blocking. So that would be a good place to put it, obviously, if you ever wanted to push for trophies, but I definitely support your decision to keep it outside right now when you're down at 830 trophies. Beyond that, got a couple decorations around. Remove them when you've got a free worker, but no need to hurry on that one. You are currently using a very goblin-heavy army. Interesting. I would probably suggest adding a couple wall breakers to break into places. For example, imagine if you were attacking your own base with wall breakers. Or with goblins. So to get your goblins into these storages in the center, or even in the sort of outer center, and then in the center, imagine if you just had 4 wall breakers. That'd be super helpful for breaking through these set of walls. Same thing, if you're attacking someone else's base, it's not unreasonable for you to attack a base that's similar to your own. Just take a couple wall breakers with you, and they're great. Then if you take wall breakers, often you'll find yourself wanting to keep the wall breakers alive. A good way to keep them alive is take, just 10 barbarians or maybe 2 giants. Just throw those out right before the wall breakers to distract the defenses, and perfect, the wall breakers go off and detonate without a hitch. So just think about that. It's a good option. In terms of your wall upgrading, you're doing some interesting stuff with these level 6 walls. I do definitely approve of doing the corner walls first. However, with the new wall upgrading, the new wall splash damage, just doing the corners won't be super effective. It helps, but it's not as effective as it used to be. So imagine a wall breaker is deployed right here, and it detonates on this wall, assuming the archer towers don't shoot it down. So what it does is it will damage this wall, and it will damage the ones next to it. So if it's a level 4, if it's a level 5, it will one-hit these gold walls. If it's a level 4, then it will, I think it'll take 2 hits on all these types of walls, so it'll take a second one. So in that case, in the case of a level 4, it doesn't matter if there's a level 6 wall. In the case of a level 5, it will bust through these gold walls anyway, so it doesn't matter either. You'll get through with 1 hit. It's just something to think about. If you might want to take some of these walls and reposition them so these 2 walls are level 6 as well. That could help. Beyond that, I do like how all your buildings are snug against your walls, except for your town hall. That is perfect. I do like how you're doing your wall upgrading strategy in general, and I do like how your town hall is outside the walls. I guess that is another big thing. Beyond just having your clan castle inside, you're the first base that we've seen today, which has had your town hall outside the walls, so I definitely support that decision as well. Overall, I really do like this base, so your question is, or your notes is you're working on maxing out Town Hall 6, I'd say you're well on the way. Just get those Wizard Towers done, and I do like the method you're going out by doing it, with your Town Hall outside the walls, and your storage is fairly well protected. Now, the last thing I'm going to check is how full these guys are, so yes, indeed. So, this is very, very, very empty. So, if someone attacked and completely destroyed this gold storage, what would be the downside? They would take 2,000 gold, versus this one. It's going to be a bit more. It's going to be about 3,000 gold. Versus how much elixir would be stolen if they took out this guy. Man, so 144,000? That would be more than 30,000 elixir. Probably 35,000 elixir or so. Basically, what I'm trying to say is what you should do right now in this situation is just swap these 2 elixirs and these 2 golds. Currently the elixir has a higher risk of being stolen. They can take more out of it. So just put them in the center. If, for example, you're getting off for the night and all your storages are completely empty, something fun you can do is take your completely empty storages, put them outside the walls, and put these gold ones inside the walls. Right now, this gold storage has a risk of 2,000 gold from being stolen. That's exactly the same as the gold mines you'll see. And if you are not on a shield right now, and someone attacks you in, say, 2 hours, this 4,000 will just keep on increasing, and it'll turn out that your gold mines are actually more valuable to protect than your gold storages. This is only a very temporary situation, but it's just something that you can think about for swapping around your defenses. Alright, we talked about a lot of things. Talked about walls, talked about town hall, clan castle, talked about traps for a while, and talked about storages and collectors and mines and how they all compare. So, a lot of good stuff there. I think there's a couple things that you could do to improve, but very good overall, Ryan. Moving on to our next and final base, guys. Alright guys, here we have our 4th and final base. We have Huugooo here, or Huugooo! Alright, so your note is, I am maxed out at Town Hall 6, going up to Town Hall 7. What do you think about my layout? Really nice videos, man. Keep uploading. Why, thank you for that. Alright, glad you appreciate my videos, and indeed, you have a very maxed out base. Wow, yeah. So you've maxed out everything, so you have, you even got your... What I find really surprising is you got your air defense up to level 4. A lot of people don't worry about that. I don't even often worry about that. You got your walls maxed. You've got your workers. They're so bored they have to go work on elixir collectors. You've got your gold mines maxed out. That's pretty awesome. So good job reaching this. That's a pretty impressive achievement. Now, once again, I do definitely approve of having your town hall in the corner, or at least outside the walls. In terms of being in the corner, I guess it's sort of an interesting topic. So, I like to actually keep mine not in the corner. I don't think it matters very much. This is like a super, like, 0.001% difference. But I feel like when people are, like, quickly swapping, hitting next button, which you'd imagine is down here in the right corner, they keep quickly hitting next button until they find the right number of resources, and you want them to attack your town hall. I think it's better to keep it, like, sort of right here, out of range of your defenses, but when they search for your base, they zoom in like this, so they wouldn't immediately see your town hall. But if they see it all the way out here, they'll be like, ah, free town hall, and, like, put it down a couple archers. So that's what I just sort of like to think, that it's good to keep it out there. Now, your elixir is, of course, very maxed out. You're absolutely full. Your gold is probably very full as well, indeed. So, you're at 600,000 total gold. And why is this? Well, that's because, of course, you don't have anything to spend it on, so I can't really complain about that. Good job with that. I will say one thing about your buildings being outside the walls, and this is actually a pretty important change. So, let's look at how someone would attack, say, this cannon. So, first off, what is the most important fact about this cannon? What is covering it? 2 air defenses are sort of covering it. 1 mortar is sort of covering it. Wizard is not covering it, and that's it. What do I mean by these are sort of covering it? Well, look at where these circles land. So, say archers are attacking this cannon. These guys are not going to be able to help out whatsoever. The archers would attack them across the wall, and these defenders would not be able to help out this cannon. So this cannon would be honest lonesome. I would generally say you're going to want to keep your defenses as centralized as possible. So, probably move this cannon down to. Perhaps you have something else in there, giant bombs or something, I don't know. Because you've got the gold to burn, maybe you have giant bombs out there, not a bad idea. But generally, you're going to want to keep them as compact as possible. So even if you've got something there, move it down this way. Just keep it closer to the mortar, keep it closer to the archer tower. Yeah. In terms of moving it like here to where this gold storage is, that's probably ideal. So it's within range of both the mortar, the wizard, and the archer tower. However, the gold storage is more important to protect generally. However, situations like this, where you've got gold mines are not as important. So I would probably just put this archer tower right here, and this cannon right here. That would keep them more centralized, keep them within range of the wizard tower, and keep them more within range of these mortars. In exchange, these gold mines would be less protected, but that's alright, they're just gold mines after all. Now, there's something that's sort of unusual, just completely switching gears here. Because your elixir is completely maxed out, what you should do is, if you are still raiding, which you don't need to do, because you can't raid elixir, but if you want to still raid gold, what you should do is not collect your resources out of your elixir collectors. Just let these start maxing out. Because then when you finish your town hall upgrade, you can collect them all out of here. And if you do keep collecting them out of your collectors, then you can't steal it. But if you keep raiding, you'll just keep maxing out from stealing, and whatever you spend on building new troops, you can just steal new stuff. So yep, there's that. I assume you're maxed out on upgrades, but if you're not, go ahead and throw elixir into that. And while you're at it, just burn your elixir removing these trunks and trees for sure. Beyond that, this is a good base. Work on centralizing your stuff. And I guess the one thing that does come along with it I should mention is, okay, say you centralize this cannon to here, this archer tower to here. What now? Well, then you should compact these outside the walls buildings. I would probably say put them right in a row outside. Their most important goal is to protect these two defenses. Their secondary goal is to block out the spawn areas, but most important is to protect these buildings, which means clumping them up around the archer towers and the cannons as much as possible. Alright, that is going to wrap it up. I'm glad we were able to see your base here, Huugooo, because this was a really good range of bases. You showed us the maxed out base, we saw a nearly maxed out base, and a couple relatively new Town Hall 6 bases at the beginning. Alright, so this has been an awesome subscriber base review. Hope you guys have all enjoyed. Now, here's the part you might have all been waiting for. If you want to be in a subscriber base review yourself, what should you do? Well, you should go like my Facebook page. I do accept submissions via Facebook page only. I used to have a forum that I was accepting them with. However, the problem is with the forums, you guys will start submitting bases, and then the bases become really outdated, and the forum becomes really big. So I find just doing a status update on my Facebook page, and then announcing it on both, obviously, Facebook and then on Twitter is the best way. So follow my Twitter and like my Facebook page. Links to those are in the description. Beyond that, guys, that's all that I can do. I know some of you don't have Facebook pages. You know, I'm not a big fan of Facebook myself. So if you don't, I'm sorry. Beyond that, don't like just sign up for Facebook just for this. Don't worry about it. It's not a huge deal. You might really want it, but a lot of people want it as well, so it's sort of hard to get into. So I can't do everyone's base. So yeah, don't stress about it. It's sort of unlikely that I would pick your base anyways, although I do try to do as many as possible. Alright guys, that is going to wrap it up for these Town Hall 6s. That is how you can subscribe. The links for Facebook and Twitter are in the description of this video. I hope you enjoyed, and you can let me know in the comments section of this video what Town Hall level should be next. I asked this on Facebook as well as on Twitter, and I want to know in the comment section here as well. Whoever says the most comments, I will pick for the next one. So far, it looks like Town Hall 7 is going to be the winner. I might even do it immediately after this, so if you guys do a lot of Town Hall 7 comments, perhaps I'll do that. But my most common ones are Town Hall 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And you know what? Soon we're getting into Town Hall 10. That's right. It's been we've got the sneak peek teasers coming out for the next update, so that's all looking good for the near future. Alright guys, to wrap this video up, thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. This is a subscriber-based review video after all, so why not? Beyond that, if you already are subscribed, thank you very much for subscribing. I do appreciate your ongoing support. Please do like and comment on this video. Beyond that, you can favorite. That does help as well. And your views, of course, do help. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, and clash on.